April 30th, 2013, the family of the late Makueni Senator Mutula Kilonzo witnessed a post-mortem of their father after his sudden demise, and according to both the government pathologist and the family pathologist hired from England, the family would have to wait for 2 months before the results could be released.
We have to be patient, wait for the results, and we have to take some samples which might take about 8 to 10 weeks. So I beg your patience for us to conclude this exercise. Thank you very much.
It will of course take some time to actually develop the science behind this and review it. So at this stage we will have to await the outcome of medical science to determine the cause of death.
But nearly 2 years later, Kilonzo's family is yet to know what really happened to their father.
After the post-mortem of my father, late father, it was confirmed, in fact, at that point in time, that my father had died of what is described as excessive hemorrhage, which means he was bleeding from every organ of his body, beginning with his brain and including his muscles. At that instance, it was clear from the pathologists and the doctors who were present that my father had died of unnatural causes.
Speaking to the members of the press after recording a statement at the CID headquarters, Mutula claimed that someone tampered with samples that were sent to the family pathologist, Professor Ian Calder, in the UK for further tests.
Much later, and after agreement with how the samples would be sent, as a family, we discovered that the samples were stored in Nairobi for 7 days, and after they were delivered to Professor Calder, those samples were found to have been unsealed and tampered with.
The communication from Professor Calder prompted the family to write to the DPP on October 23, 2014, requesting his office to conduct investigations into who messed with the samples and, if necessary, institute a criminal charge. It was then that the DPP ordered the police to probe the claims.
Professor Calder, although has issued a report on the cause of death, which I have said was what is described in those terms as catastrophic hemorrhage, he has said that ethics does not allow him to sign that report because the samples were unsuitable.
The family suspects that Mutula may have ingested something when he got home that prompted acute bleeding condition. According to the autopsy results in our possession, the blood, urine, kidney, liver and stomach lining contained a high concentration of ephedrine, a drug used as a decongestant, appetite suppressant and to treat hypertension.
Ephedrine is a drug. It's a drug that is often used in, it's derived from a foreign plant called ephedra in cold medicines. Cold and flu as a decongestant, but it also has some regulatory effects. It can, if it's used in a very large dose, it can stimulate the heart quite a bit, cause high blood pressure, and can cause the heart to have an abnormal rhythm. And if it's given in a very high dose, it can actually cause death. So I think the question would be how high the values of the ephedrine was, but that is the position.
Medical experts warn that those using ephedrine should use it as per doctor's prescription and should give history of any heart problems or high blood pressure. The case has now been taken over by the Criminal Investigations Department, who are expected to give the Director of Public Prosecutions a detailed report of their findings.
The DPP has ordered for a quick investigation as to the circumstances, as to how those samples were handled, who handled those samples, how they were transported, how they were received, in order to determine whether there was criminal negligence, there was interference, cover-up or criminal action taken after the death of my father.
Michael Njenga, Citizen TV, Nairobi.